Hello YouTube, and welcome back all of you to another Rage video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, second video in a row in the new attire. I hope you guys at least kind of are warming up to the idea, because I don't particularly think despite it's not the most comfortable in the thing in the world, but then again, I imagine like bikers' jerkins aren't exactly ideal either, but they're ideal considering we are once again at it again with Methane, and nothing says quite like a man's man than leather and wearing these giant gloves. I hope you guys are ready for this, because I know full well that Methane is still kind of like really kind of like on their own little world, I suppose, with how much their videos kind of like receive views and all that. But trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I've been in this position myself. It's nothing on, I don't know, maybe if it's down to something like the right sort of audience or the right kind of niche to get more people to talk about them, well, maybe we can do something about that, just to help these boys out. And in case you're wondering whether or not that is, there we go. In case you're wondering exactly why I praise Methane so much, you might want to check out my other two videos. I talked about them, Blood, Sweat and Beer and Scars and Bars. But in case you don't believe me, check this one out at least. So with all that being said and done, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will be in the description. Da-da-da. Do-do-do. The Devil's Own. In 3, 2, 1, and...
Step into darkness, my shadow's your shield. Follow me! Let's make a deal, drop the blood on the seal. Your soul's mine to keep. Now retribution for your sins. Weapon and virtue, a new end begins. Raise a brimstone, lose your mind, free your lust. Stealing time! Time! In blood! Give away your soul! Time! In blood! You're the devil's own! Shake of the hand and the grin of the damned. The pact was made. Mortality turned. Never get burned till the reaper's paid. Welcome to the other side. I'm all in. Let it ride. Chaos rules. They're left behind. The devil's brand. Burned on my hide! Died in blood! Give away your soul! Died in blood! You're the devil's own! You're the devil's own! away your soul. Signed in blood. You're the devil's own. Signed in blood. Give away your soul. Signed in blood. 'Cause you're the devil's own. Signed in blood. Just give away your soul. Signed in blood. You're the devil's own.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was the one and only The Devil's Own. Now, to really go into like depth about what like makes Methane really stand out is that, well, it's worth bearing in mind this is the very first song on The Devil's Own. This is how it starts off, and I like to imagine that the opening song to any album is extremely important because this is like you putting your best foot forward. It kind of like sets the tone for the rest of the album. Painkiller, Master of Puppets, Rust in Peace, all of them have these really, really high octane, explosive beginnings, and that's actually it's a bit of a double-edged sword because on one hand you've got your audience excited. They make you realize that, oh my god, we're going to be on some kind of rock and roller psychedelic trip all among us, and we're all going to take part. And then by the time the second song comes on, you're kind of like wondering, oh, was that the best song? It's kind of like how I felt about Saint Anger. I felt that album started off bad, and then it didn't really so much get worse, it just didn't really get any better. And that's despite the fact Saint Anger was the second song on that album as well. When I come back to talking about that, I am going to be a little bit more in depth about it, because I feel like that was just I'm not talking about that right now. The point is that The Devil's Own, it delivers what is referred to as Southern groove metal. And I could say right about like the 3-minute mark is kind of when Methane have this wonderful trick of where they will put the brakes on everything and then switch it up. And you're kind of just in for the ride. You're grooving to it, as I like to say. You're just in the moment, and you realize, okay, maybe this isn't as so bad as I thought it was going to be. I feel like this is a completely different experience. And also, let's just go back to that. You are the Devil's Own. Because you could listen. You could be like Satan here, on his throne, surrounded by 2 lizards and these hot smoking babes in tattoos. One of them's got an awesome hat on, and this could be your own. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, sometimes a little bit too good to be ignored. But then again, what would you do, ladies and gentlemen? Die drinking, fat, smoking, and happy, or literally weeding your way to nothing? Make your own mind up, ladies and gentlemen. It is your own mind. And certainly, especially when it comes to Methane, I'd say they give you all the reason in the world to say, you know what, just do whatever the hell you want, because we're going to introduce you into a world that reflects the sort of people that will listen to this music, or the sort of lifestyle you kind of, because I think it's like more of a lifestyle thing for the sort of people who listen to Methane. Because in my humble opinion, the people that listen to Methane are 100% Texan motorcycle enthusiasts. Guys who I believe would dress up like this. And by the way, I've actually got knee pads on as well. That is how much I'm involved in this whole process. the biker gloves, the protection, the leather jacket, and I'd say I'd have a helmet, but I kind of don't really have one. Also, I don't have a bike or anything like that. See, there you are. I'm just a guy, and that's really kind of interesting, especially if you look at it in that light. The people who watch this, the people who make this, are just guys as well. Guys who, for the most part, they just want to get drunk off their arse and just have a good time. And you know what? Am I going to be the one to tell them to stop? Absolutely no. Hell, I've been saying for a while, I've been saying for months that I would join in with them. I would drink them under the table, and then I still wouldn't even be able to call it quits. Even when I'm an old crop lying crumpled in the middle of the floor, surrounded by guys who I've lost every single fight towards, I'd still pull out whatever was left in my pockets to pay for yet another drinks, because the magic never ends, or happy hour never ends. I can't remember which one it is. I probably won't matter squat, so if you're in that position anyway. But it'd be interesting actually to find out if there are any bikers out there that actually do listen to Methane. That might sound like a pretty insane coincidence, but hey, everyone's got their own. It's all the devil's own, isn't it? Well, that's my 2 cents anyway. And as always, when it comes to these videos, it is entirely opinion based. I'm not stating anything as fact unless I say so or I show extensive documentation to say otherwise. Because, you know, why would I go out of my way to do something like that? So that is very much that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Devil's Own for yourselves. Please also make sure to also like and subscribe to get daily notifications when my videos come out. And I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Hello YouTube, and welcome back one and all to another rage video, where first things first, ladies and gentlemen, you may have noticed a slight alteration to the proceedings, and as I have promised to we have got what I like to refer to as being tooled up for this video. I feel like you kind of have to be for something like this. Why is that, you might ask, ladies and gentlemen? It's because we are returning to Methane's Devil's Own. And I gotta tell you what, I can't quite remember what company I got this from, but just the gear alone that I got is fantastic. I even got knee protection as well. It means that I could survive just about anything on Earth. And the problem is that it's a little bit difficult to get this jacket off at the back. So, oh, there we go. Just have to like yank it long enough, and you can make out the awesome back design as well. It's fair to say, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely nothing is going to kill me in this video. With a kind of gear that only somebody stupid enough and probably with a lot of disposable income could probably be convinced in getting. The sort of headwear that only somebody who is completely out of his mind would get for love or money. And together we have what is going to be an out-of-this-world experience. Combine that, the black jeans, knee pads, the Under Armour, actual Under Armour, and also actual gloves to wear for the proceedings as well. All of this designed to keep you guys safe and to keep me safe from disaster. Can't imagine how easy this is going to be to actually, you know, work at anything, but there's always a first time, guys. There's always a first time. So, if you may remember exactly when I talked about Methane the first time, you'll recall how, once again, I was completely blown away by the proceedings. And if it's anything I remember from like Scars and Bars when I did it the first time, I feel as if like it's going to be a very, very similar story to tell. So, ends of your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Methane. And also I had the I want to say the privilege to actually have a drink before this, because I feel like I'm gonna need one. Because also one thing you may also realize is that wearing this much black and especially still in the month of March, it does get quite hot under here, so that might be a bit of a side consequence for what we're about to experience. There we go. Now, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Scars. I feel like a biker already. So let's begin. In 3, 2, 1, and... I've said it before, guys, but I'll say it again here. Evil cackling laughter. If you want to get on in my good books, you better have a song that has evil cackling laughter. That's just... It probably might not apply to anything at all in the song, but it's a good extra. A very good extra, in fact. Oh, boys, you just this is just these boys just, they never fail to amaze me. And if I haven't said it before in Blood, Sweat and Beer, if for no other reason than you can at least count on these guys to get you in the mood for a fight. It's like this is the, I imagine this is the kind of shit that I would listen to if I was just about to kick off with somebody. And like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, someone comes towards you like wearing this. So somebody does that, and I think it's obvious to everyone that there's only going to be one winner. That's for certain. And also check these as well. Look at the hardened the knuckles on here. That means just it's going to prevent your knuckles from breaking. It's going to prevent your wrist from breaking. It's great for climbing walls. It really is just like one of a kind. And also they make me look even bigger than before, which has its benefits, I guess you could say. So, aside from that, you know what I'm beginning to also suspect now that I'm getting a better view of Methane the second time around, is that they know their value and they know their markets. They know exactly the sort of guys that are going to listen to them. I say guys because, well, I suspect maybe chicks or the fine ladies might get something out of this. If maybe the only thing I could suggest is that, and because this is something I really got into the second time around, is when they had like little breakdowns and they went like it's really kind of like refreshing because you weren't expecting that. A lot of great music is built on that, just like great comedy. It's based on the element of surprise. You never know what is about to come around the next corner, and if it's from the evil cackling laughter, if it's down to, or I don't know, maybe the breakdown to scars and bars. There are many moments like that in this song, almost too many to count, and nice. If for no other reason than that, if you're just a keen guy on trying out some modern metal music, now look no further. But then again, there are many other groups that can do that, but not all groups are created equal, and which is why it still strikes me dumb that after when did this video come out? Let me check. Jan 28th, 2017, and it only has 187 views on their official topic channels. That's just... Comments are turned off. I don't really know why that is. Because anyone could see for themselves that Methane have awesome potential, and there are many groups like that, like High Spirits or Fury. There are dozens of them out there. It's just, you gotta know where to look and give them the attention they rightfully deserve, and touch wood, good luck will shower down upon them. Because I'm far from done with talking about these boys. Absolutely no way. If for no other reason, then, well, this is like one of the first groups that actively told me they were a fan of what I was doing, and consequently, I'm still a fan of theirs, and you don't forget the stuff like that. Not in the month of Sundays, anyway. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of Scars and Bars for yourself. Please also make sure to also like and subscribe to get daily notifications when my videos come out. And I hope to see all of you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are at a very critical juncture on this journey to 1,000 videos. It is currently March the 12th of 2021. And this is the point where we shift into yet another gear. We are going to be doing more than ever before, and this is the point in the time where we go backwards in time somewhat. We go back to revisit groups that I've talked about plenty of before, but simply because I want to give you guys some context as to what my relationship was, or what I thought strongly of the groups that I've come to know since 2018. I want to share with you guys exactly what these groups mean to me, since for the first video we're going to be doing a very sort of like an unknown group called Methane, although they have their followers, and me in particular. And I've only really been listening to these guys for about a year, and there is a lot of things that impress me about them. In fact, you want to know how much they impress me about them? I'm going to do something a little bit interesting, so I'm going to go on to... here they are. 861 subs, and I just want to show you guys something very, very quickly. Let's see if I can find the right moment. There's a very, very specific sort of... Well, I think it's... Well, we'll see what Jim's got to say,
for some of the debauchery.
Oh, yeah.
And after that, then we come to California, San Diego, U.S. tour for Methane with our brothers in Incarnate, also awesome Swedish thrash band. We're going to play with I Don't Conform.
It's like about the 5-minute mark.
Click that button. I'm coming to the show.
Now, just before we get into talking about this, you have to understand that this was back in, I think, late 2019 when I was first introduced to these guys, and this is going to apply some much needed context as to why I chose Methane to come back to first. Why these guys?
I'm coming.
You're coming.
Tell your friends. Today, I contacted a guy on YouTube who does reactions, and I just left a message on his comments there. Do you take submissions from bands? And he started rattling off reactions to our stuff, and I got to tell you, this guy, there's no words for this guy.
Oh.
He is a king of reactions.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. I love him. I want to drink beer with this guy. I want to eat alligator.
Oh, yeah.
I want
As a quick side note, I've actually had the time in between when this video was first shot to actually taste alligator. It's like chicken. Then again, any meat can taste like chicken. Just depends who you ask to cook it. Even cat can taste like chicken if given enough effort.
It's just incredible. Now we're going to do our own reaction to his reactions.
So we're doing like a...
And let's see what comes up.
1 second.
And then we'll see what happens. Now, I never did this before. I've never seen this before. Have you ever seen this before? A reaction to a reaction.
To a reaction. This is a...
No.
Before
very
you
bizarre
guys
paradigm.
watch this, you have to have your sunglasses on. Just warning you now.
For your own
for
safety.
safety.
All right, let's look at it.
2, 1.
Hello, YouTube.
And basically, the rest is history. It may come as some surprise that just look at this set. They went to the effort to put my old logo in the corner. I'm pretty sure I still have those old glasses as well. I don't have those headphones anymore. The back wall is, well, basically, I moved from that side of the room to this side of the room. That's aesthetically the only difference. I've got the... There's a painting of St. Mark's, Willingdon from date 1972 in the corner. I've also got a poster of The Wind Rises. Still haven't seen that movie. I've got the DVD, but I've not seen that movie, and I've wanted to see it since it came out in 2014, I think. I've still got all those books. I'm pretty sure I don't have that bottle of Lynx in the background anymore. And I don't know whether or not these guys actually still have a download of that video. I'm pretty sure this is Hang Me High, what I did. But that's where I wanted to start this video, by just referencing the fact that these guys, which, by the way, they went out of their own effort to do that for me. I don't even think I have the words to describe how thankful I am for this. And the disaster that my old channel went under is, well, it's a thing that happened in my life. I just have to learn to accept... I've had to learn to accept that for months and months, but that's kind of why I wanted to go back from the very beginning. That's why I wanted to start doing Methane from the beginning, because when you really think about it, we all have our very specific sort of like quirks, and we have our we are very intrigued to things that are kind of a bit, you know, foreign to all of us. There could be bands that we retrospectively we all like and admire. Some people might list off maybe something like Code Orange or Mastodon. I mean, I've heard of those guys before. Or even Reaper, which is a group from Liverpool, and I've heard about them very casually, I suppose, but I've never actually listened to their stuff. A lot of groups from the northeast of England as well, which is my neck of the woods, if you haven't caught on, I suppose. But there's a lot of... I get in contact with a lot of these groups, and I cannot wait to find out exactly what it is. And it's not stuff like Geordie or Lindisfarne or AC/DC I get in touch with. Well, if they were still a thing, well, AC/DC is, but you get the idea. So, what is it about Methane? I mean, I could have started with Megadeth, I could have done Slayer, I could have done Slipknot, I could have done a lot of groups. I could have done Rush, Kansas, Nightwish, Sonata Arctica, Epica. Listen, if you are familiar with my old channel, you will know that there are lots and lots of groups I like. Some of them I think of as like Kindred. Overkill is probably almost the very top of the list as well. But let me demonstrate to you exactly what Methane has that makes me want to come back to them first. What can I say? It's almost as if, like, we've never went away, and I am parched to start this, so this has been a very long time coming. I mean, this video is going on for a while, so let's just shut up and drink, as they say. So, blood, sweat, and beer. In 3, 2, 1, and... Like, what can you even describe that noise? It sounds like hornets inside of a motorcycle engine. That is... It's a pre-taste, it's an appetizer for what carnage is about to be unleashed. And also, if you know anything at all about this channel, you know I might get carried away with hyperbole and twisting my tongue with almost any word I can possibly think of in the English dictionary. Well, why not? Who else is going to do it? I'm putting that back again. That is like, that's almost like hitting the G spot for me. That's one of the things that really stands out for me is all of a sudden they play something that is they go like really it starts off like gravelly, a bit rough around the edges, and then you take one extra bite and then you're in paradise.
Full glass race fists, we do it all night. Whiskey drinkers, hell bent on suicide. Full glass race fists, we do it all night. Whiskey drinkers, hell bent on suicide. Blood, sweat, beer. It's Friday night time for blood, sweat, and blood. Sweat, beer. It's Friday night time for blood, sweat, and beer.
Now, just in case, in case I seem to have like given off like the wrong impression already, that is just, oh god, how, that is just like it almost ticks every box that something I really look forward to. It's just something that delivers something very, very different, and realistically, this was like my first real exposure to what's referred to as like groove metal. I know there is one song in particular which I will cover called Stone Garden, which I would probably do Stone Garden last because I think that is the best song I think these guys have done. But that being said, Blood, Sweat and Beer it appeals to back when I talked about Methane for the first time, I compared them a lot to Texans, as in these would be guys who would be riding around on horses in the morning, grazing as much cattle as you could possibly graze in a field. Probably, oh god, fuck me, if it's not riding horses, it's riding the most beautiful Harley Davidsons in the world, or wearing about as much leather as possible, smelling like goodness, smelling like a working man does, and with his mind literally full of like three things: their look, their Harley Davidsons, and getting as much booze down them as possible. And this is why I will make it my mission in life. If I ever go to Texas, I am going to find a bar somewhere where you have to have like a leather wear minimum, you know, no jerkins, no jacket, no service, that sort of thing. And I am going to buy the guy on my left a beer for no other reason than just to fit in, because I feel like call it a fashion thing, but people who wear almost the same clothing in a confined space, they are are they sort of like more drawn towards each other just because you can recognize them as sort of like being part of the same group? I mean, I don't think this is really the same for women as well, but actually, while we're on the subject of women, all I'm saying right now is that you could imagine the whole biker look, the look of someone who from Sons of Anarchy, wearing. I actually have almost a full motorcycle sort of attire in my closet over there. It's everything except maybe something protect my arse and maybe possibly a helmet. But I've got pretty much all that attire I need. Maybe because I sort of like kind of want to own them. This song, Methane, makes me want to own a motorcycle. I want to be George Thorogood and all of his destroyers. And also, now, to be fair, I don't particularly think that there would be many motorheads out there who would be kind of interested in wearing, shades as very unique as this. But then again, there are some very strange people on this earth already. I'm pretty sure there's got to be at least one or two motorheads out there that are a little bit tempted to see what this is all about or why I've decided to even wear these at all. It's gonna happen. Some point it is. To be fair, it already kind of has. So back to when they get into that G zone, as I'm gonna call it, the first thing that goes through my mind is that some smoking hot babes arrive, wielding an enormous tray of the most stunning barbecue meats in the world. Steaks, porterhouse, rump steak. Yes, we know what we're talking about. Ribs, and even more beer. And it's an all-out war. The sauce as well. Just this. I'm supposed to be on a sobriety from meat for 40 days. I cannot think of anything worse than bringing something like that up, because I just want to... This song makes me almost drool with just wanting to go out there, kilted up to the nines in leather, and literally hung down on the biggest pile of meat that I can find. Not a euphemism, by the way. Dripping in sauce. Again, not a euphemism. But then that is the power of music, ladies and gentlemen, is that it can bring some of the most archaic, some of the most beautiful, some of the most freakiest ideas into the forefront. And I don't particularly think that's a bad thing to do. And you know what? When you come to say stuff like that, you begin to admit to almost the whole world exactly who you are and what you're all about. And at heart, what I'm all about is an honest working class man and enjoying what I can only assume to be this bizarre fantasy of guys, motorcyclists, and everything that accompanies them. In fact, you could even argue blood, sweat, and beer is almost a direct metaphor for if you're going to go out one night and watch an ECW show or maybe a CCW show. It's one big family, as the Sandman, Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, Rob Van Dam, Shane Douglas, Terry Funk, Mick Foley, New Jack, Mustafa Saeed. God, who else can I think of? Francine. Yeah, I can definitely say Francine. Just Incredible. Trust me, like the list goes. Joey Styles, Taz. The list literally just goes on. Balls Mahoney, Axel Rotten, the Dudley Boys, Spike Dudley. Oh God, I'm just like I'm going off names now from ECW and all that, but that is the antithesis of an ECW show, in my opinion. Blood, sweat, and beer. And quite possibly New Jack beating somebody half to death with a gun, a taser, a baseball bat, stapler. The list goes on if you've known anything at all about New Jack. Awesome dude. I'm just saying that. But oh my god, don't give him anything that he can turn into a weapon, because he will. Definitely. Now, just to end this video, in the only way I know how, I do not care at all about my sobriety from alcohol. I'm not the designated drinker, nor am I planning to go anywhere. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do, boys. I only bring this out because I know the boys are familiar with this beverage. For those who know, would say they're familiar about this beverage. It's not quite beer, but you know what? It's alcoholic, so you know what? It'll do the job just fine. So, boys, I hope this video was satisfactory enough. I hope this revitalizes some life in the old dog yet. And now I'm about to have some of its hair. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Go get yourself a can, a glass. Go find something, and on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. And, ladies and gentlemen, I raise my glass, and I'll drink to that. Take care. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome all of you back to another Rage video, where today, ladies and gentlemen, we are returning once again to an old friend of ours, Methane's The Devil Zone. And with that vein, ladies and gentlemen, because I kind of just want to get back into this. Whenever I return to something that I haven't touched for months, the first thing I want to do is just forget this entire pause button ever existed and just, boom, get straight back into the action. And you guys may know that I'm a pretty religious guy. I'm somebody who holds God and all that quite close to my heart. So when I start praying for death, you better believe I'm praying for something deadly. And also a bit sick, a bit twisted, a bit metallic. So with that being said and done, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, the links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Pray for... Am I starting a video? I'm trying to start up in a car. Pray for death in 3, 2, 1, and... Oh yeah.
You ask why my heart's broke, I'm empty. I take my life slowly, I'm reckless. I've got no reasons in this place. I live through treason, been rejected. Pray for death, await the end, like a welcome friend. Pray for death, pray for death. You ask why my soul's black, I'm godless. Been pissed on, been pissed off, been forgotten. Step down, but you don't spit out. Cast out, unwanted, fuck them goddamn. Wow, pray for death, await the end, like a welcome friend. Pray for death, my very existence, I wait for my day to dance a beam.
I'm going to take that back a few seconds and turn it up just a bit more, because you know what? As the old saying goes, you know what? Be careful what you wish for. You might just end up getting it. So let's see what happens when his prayer comes true.
My very existence. Blackened dreams haunt my very existence. I wait for my day to dance a beam. The days of rain and in the stream of tragedy. Before I died, it was a fight of thousand times. Lay me down to see deep and give me peace. To my last breath, the love is left, my breath for dear. Wow, pray for death.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen. That was also just before we put the pause on this. They've got Jack Daniels in the backdrop here. Don't think I didn't notice that. And they also just can we? I know I may have covered this before, but just check this out. Just how old Satan looks here, and there's some lizard lick towing there if I've ever seen any. No kidding. They look great. All three of them. Oh, actually, no. There's a fourth one, and also that looks like a very contemptible snake, if you ask me. I wonder what that's meant to reference. I daren't think. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I for some reason, and again, call this a hunch. If from my description of Methane songs or anything to go by, then the thing I would sort of like expect out of something like Pray for Death is that this is the sort of thing that people in large crowds will just gather around and immediately start baying for more. Because no word of a lie, I feel, you know how there are some songs where you could just play them in front of any crowd and they will get so hyped up they'll probably just say, screw the main event, we'll keep these guys if you don't mind. And that brings us on to actually something quite interesting, is whether or not for the capabilities in that capabilities of like what a smartphone can handle, like storing thousands of songs on it, are they really any better than just seeing the band live? Maybe that's what I'm sort of like getting a lot out of from Methane, is that these are guys that you should be seeing live. These are guys that you want to see live. And it's again another one of those things where the pandemic has been such a struggle for everyone, is because there's no other experience quite like it in the world. If anything else to go by, then it's going to be full of people just like yourselves, devoted metalheads. We're talking leather, we're talking a love for metal, and goodness knows what studs, belts that are more spikes than belt, Doc Martens, and for all we know, people with even more ridiculous shades than this pair. But then again, that's really digging, bobbing for apples at that point. So with all that being said and done, it's forget praying for death, I'm baying for more. That's what I want. And wasn't like Methane supposed to like release a new album like last year or something like that? I'm not entirely sure whatever went wrong there, but hey, if there is more stuff out there, then there's going to be people to listen to them. I can say that much. Maybe I should just post an inquiry just to ask, because it's not exactly as if Methane is not without potential. We'll be completely fair about that. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of Pray for Death for yourselves. And I will hope to live with you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Hello YouTube, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, this is technically the last time I want to talk about the Devil's Zone, mostly because I have saved the best song on the album till last. Now, depending on whether or not you play this entire playlist in order, that might vary greatly, but to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I put Stone Garden here because it is, with possibly Hang Me High and Blood, Sweat and Beer like a tied second, Stone Garden is easily the best song on this album. And why do I think so? Well, you'll find out. So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Stone Garden in 3. We're going hard for this one. 3, 2, 1, and... It's just the way it opens. It's very gentle. It's got like the whiff of the South, but it's very gentle. It's almost kind of very very somber. It's a very somber note they're going on. Call me crazy for what I'm about to say, ladies and gentlemen, but sometimes when I listen to music, I have such a solid picture of what if a song could be a music video. I would tell you exactly what Stone Garden could be frame for frame. It starts off at a funeral and then it cuts to a strip club, because this friggin' this music just it does not just hit the G spot. It sends a 473 Satan ballistic missile at it, because it's such a sharp turnaround as well. I'll try and get back to the point where it does it. doom 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 doom. It's like the feeling of somberness, of death being present, and they are doing everything in their power to put you in a setting where, hey, you know what, cheer up. You're surrounded by giant, beautiful women. So what is there to be so sad about? Which kind of brings me on to exactly what I kind of wanted to talk about next. Because there is just what the song is about. It's just... because I'll tell you why. Because I've been in this scenario before where I felt like I needed to go somewhere to stop feeling so sad about myself, and despite being surrounded by things to heavily take me away from that place, that it's still there. The feeling is very much still there. And especially when we get into the lyrics is where I don't want to say it stings, because the pain just sort of comes out very naturally, like blood. music to my ears, ladies and gentlemen. Music to my ears. I love the way it just like, when all is said and done, it just kind of fades away into the distance. And that's how I imagine just the night ending. Like, nothing was accomplished, nothing was gone. I could see exactly why this is categorized as groove metal, because it sounds like you want to be lost in it. It sounds like you just kind of like want to sit back and just watch the show. Whatever show that is, your guess is as good as mine. Women dancing in fire, women taking you to a very private corner of a club and giving you a one-man show, just as long as your fingers don't get too busy. I never even realized this before, but the entire album has just got about every single reference you could have for this album, because I believe I don't know if it's like meant to be like Calico Jack, because I think that's meant to be a reference in the song 72. There's a giant table behind everything else. That's supposed to be from Blood, Sweat and Beer. There's a noose from Hang Me High. There's the devil in The Devil's Zone. There's an actual tombstone representing the Stone Garden. I think there's also meant to be a cross in here for Pray for Death. There's also like voodoo stuff going on. I don't know if it's meant to be peel off the skin or something else, because in fact, actually, that could be down to the women, because they look unusually sort of pink. Perhaps they've had their skin peeled off, and kind of a bit strange when we've been looking at that throughout the entire album. And if there was only one thing I'm missing, is maybe scars and bars. Possibly, well, there is definitely a large bottle of Jack Daniels in the background there, but that could be for Blood, Sweat and Beers as well. But, or maybe just this voodoo round here. That's how I'd probably imagine it. No idea what the lizards and the snake are supposed to be for, but there'll probably be something out there. So, like I was saying earlier, I think Stone Garden is like so pog anyway, because it sizzles. It gives you just about everything I've come to know and respect about this, is that it's like a steak where you just cut into it and it has this beautiful like puff of steam, and it's giving out its last breath, and it's the best thing it could give for, because look at what it's just given us. And I'm gonna just say it right now. I love this song so much. When I first heard it, I even made myself a bit of a remastered version, where I'll probably stay and plug that in once this is over, because I added like the cry of a wolf at the beginning and the end, because I imagine myself I imagine that the idea is that the guy who's singing about "Don't pray for me," he is a lone wolf. He is a man who just does what he likes and is constantly plagued by it. He doesn't like what his life has led him to, and he doesn't want anyone to feel sorry for him. So he'll just it's basically what you call riding to the death. But while he's here, he may as well enjoy all the delights of this world. And like I said, ever since I had that idea of like that strip club setting and the do, that idea is just gonna like stay with me until probably the day I die, for the more I think about it. But imagine what that would do if you could set an entire music video to something like that. And I may as well just add, before we're, for what time I've got left, is that a stone garden is obviously meant to be a cemetery. Slabs and slabs of concrete, upright, with inscriptions saying, "Here lies such and such." And I probably actually would rather get buried rather than cremated, because I could have like an entire tombstone saying that here lies Rage, doing what he did best, everything he loved. That would be a good one. I'll probably be right next to Spike Milligan. I told you I was ill. That's an encouraging thought, in a way. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed, finally, this whole version of The Devil's Zone by Methane. Please make sure to leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the song for yourselves. And I will hope to see all of you guys again. So, from me, Marcus, Tim, Jim, and Scott, I hope everyone has enjoyed The Devil's Zone. And I will see all of you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Hello YouTube, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video, where today, ladies and gentlemen, we are returning... Can you smell that, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I know you can't, but there's this wonderful, wonderful warm feeling in the air, which is kind of difficult to interpret because I actually have the window shut, but it smells like a barbecue. It smells like some... you know how when you put like barbecue sauce on a rib, and it goes, and it's so overdone that it becomes all gooey, and the smell can just like linger on a bit of patio or anywhere else on the grill for days on end. That's what it smells like in here. It smells like roasting meat, and I gotta tell you right now that I don't think I could have imagined. Is there like there needs to be like a cologne? In fact, I tell you what, I've got this. I don't know if it's because I've barely eaten for hours, so that's why I'm gonna just for Finnish perfume that smells like smoke, meat, and grilling. Okay, I want to find out. Be bold with your signature scent this summer. Why choose an obscure fragrance that merely evokes a pleasant barbecue grilling scene when you could straight up smell like smoke? De Grill is a dignified blend of outdoor smells, including burning coals and smoky air. Maybe charred hamburgers don't feel highbrow to you, but that bottle definitely says sophistication. The perfume is a collaborative effort of Finnish grocery chain Lidl. It's a Lidl product, really? And Scandinavian perfume company Max Putula. Lidl was looking to smoke up their competition. I'm buying that. And because if you can buy a cologne, a deodorant that smells like a barbecue, how about something that sounds like a barbecue? And Methane definitely sounds like a barbecue to me. It just... I don't know what barbecues you think I've been to for the last number of years, but it will all become clear from a metalhead's perspective once we get started. So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Spit on your grave. In 3, 2, 1, and...
and mighty, your high horse will fall. I've come to see you beg. I've come
Just that 10 seconds. Tell me if that does not sound like the rattling of a machine gun. Just listen to this again.
I've come to watch you crawl. Showdown, high noon. I bet the day. One shot, one casket fill. Now I spit on your grill. Showdown, high noon. I bet the day. One shot, one casket fill. Now I spit on your grave. Ignite my hate. Antagonize your soft border space. Let's sodomize. Don't patronize me. I've come undone. At the corner door, I'll bite. I'm coming for you, son. Showdown, high noon. I bet the day. One shot, one casket fill that I spit on your grill. Showdown, high noon. I bet the day. One shot, one casket fill. Now I spit on your grave. Where's your respect? Ain't you legit? Lies that you spread. Ain't you regret? You're not so high and mighty. Your high horse will bow. I've come to see you beg. I've come to watch you crawl. Showdown, high noon. I bet the day. One shot, one casket fill. Now I spit on your grill. Showdown, high noon. I bet the day. One shot, one casket fill. Now I spit on your grill.
Ooh. It's getting me all flustered now doing all this in one go. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was Spit on Your Grave by Methane. If Methane manages to fill the spirit of my very, very confusing depiction of the Deep South, places like Austin and places like New Orleans or anything to go by, then what's Spit on Your Grave sort of like, it fills me the idea of was that Sam Raimi film Quick and the Dead? It was basically about like this western about basically people involved in this competition about, you know, just shooting each other at dawn. That's basically all the movie really was. But I just get the impression that it's just bloodthirsty cowboys, like Red Dead Redemption. If it was somewhat, if there was even more leather involved in it, and guys with the grisliest of beards, the most with some of the deepest creases you could probably see on anybody's face from going months without a good night's sleep. It gives guys almost reduced to almost zombie-like forms where all they could just sort of like do is pull one face and just kind of like go with it. That's kind of like I'm not saying I'm trying to like go for that style. It's just I haven't like had a proper shave for weeks, and all I've done really is just get it my hair like down, my chin hair to get down to like a 5 o'clock shadow or whatever that shit's called. But I think it's something I could pull off, and that would be. Of course, I wouldn't necessarily recommend anybody really going out there and doing that. But when all is said and done, you just kind of like walk around with this battered look on your face, and all of a sudden it gives that sense of satisfaction when all of a sudden you realize that for all you've suffered for, you come out victorious. And to show the ultimate sign of disrespect, or the sign of victory, is to literally just spit on the grave of people who don't want to be cool. It's the ultimate sign of revenge. And living well, as they say, is the best revenge. Even though I'd say, from my description earlier, I don't necessarily think it's the best way to live, but it's better than being dead. And what do you want more, guys? To be alive or dead? Because there are a lot of good things about being alive. Steak, sunshine, horses, chicks, beautiful women, girls, beer, whiskey, cheeseburgers, cigarettes, cigars, cars. I could go on, but I think those are good enough already. And leather jackets. It's if there was ever such a thing as a second skin, then this would definitely be my own. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and check out that cologne again. I've got to friggin' get... 6 years ago it was made? It comes in Etsy. Food fate fragrance. Damn it, where is it? Q barbecue cologne for sale. Freaking hell, where can I buy it? Just in time for Father's Day. Barbecue scented cologne. Bloody hell, can I just go on to a click? Q barbecue cologne. Right, okay. Page not found. Bollocks anyway. Alright, I'll tell you what, let's just go onto their website. $9? Really? That's... Come on, please let me just buy it. Please, please, please. Come on. Sold out. Join me again next time where I try and see if I can buy some barbecue scented cologne. That is going to be my mission throughout the rest of this album. So anyway, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this reaction video, and hopefully the smell I've conveyed is not too misleading, especially as the summer is now approaching. Please make sure to leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of Spit on Your Grave for yourselves. And I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Hello YouTube, and I welcome all of you this evening. Is my chair too high for this? Well, let's see how that works. So, I welcome all of you back, ladies and gentlemen, to another rage video where I'm sort of like in the middle of, well, not packing, but, you know, readjusting to this room and that. And one of the problems is that most of the changes are going to be happening on this wall, the wall that you guys unfortunately can't see, and most of it's going to be like, what I can do to that wall will be seen and all that. Besides, I don't even really do like much videos and that on a Sunday evening. This is supposed to be movie night, but because I kind of like needed a break from readjusting, as well as hang on a minute, is this thing turned up? I'm gonna make sure to go into this right. That's better. Because I was in the middle of like readjusting, and I was in the middle of I had to like call movie night off for tonight and give myself a bit of a break and just get down to things. There's a lot of stuff to look forward to over the next few days, and there's a lot of things that need to be done. So, priorities, ladies and gentlemen, that is the name of the game. So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, as we're going to get into something very short but very sweet. Although given Methane style, it's going to be savoury. It is going to be like just the right amount of stuff on it. So let's get started. If you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. 72 in 3, 2, 1, and... Tell me right there if that's Pantera's Walk. There is no doubt about it. I'm gonna play this from the beginning, just again, because this 100% sounds like Anselmo or fuck me. Who are the other guys in Vinnie Paul and shit almighty. Who else was in Pantera? Shit, man. I there was one time I wouldn't be able to fail in mentioning it, but shit. Yeah, that sounds friggin' like Pantera.
And take a ride while the yours is mine. You look good on my chin. Look the early race the sun. Not for the weak of heart. Lube up. We start 3 fingers deep in you. It's called 72. Now it's time for something new. First a finger, then come 2. Open up your legs for me. 2 fingers in, they're 7, 3. Not for the weak of heart. Lube up, we start 3 fingers deep in you. It's time 72.
Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, short and sweet. Or savoury would be the comments turned off. Damn. Also, I was about to say I had a little bit of time to work out exactly what 72 might have been in reference. Maybe this is when Jim, Tim, Scott, or Marcus were born. Or, like they said, maybe 72 is about the record number of fingers that somebody's managed to actually get into a person. What a dreadful thought. 72. There wouldn't even be enough space for them to crowd around to get that many. Let's not even think about going there. Let's try and keep this family friendly. No, fuck that. That's never going to happen, is it? No, never. But also, they say the more fingers up, the better. Try and get at least 3. Yeah, I might want to try and get this scene too in that before. I'm more or less left-handed anyway, so this works just as well. Well, that's a bit barbaric, that, isn't it? So, like I said, just because we're also a little bit on the homeward stretch concerning Methane already, they always have something just that any great group will have. They will give you something that just it will scratch a very particular itch in your body. Like if you were in the mood for Pantera, but you wanted something a little bit different than Pantera, because no word of a lie, whenever I think of Pantera, I immediately think of Phil Anselmo literally staring a hole in my soul. That guy he has one of the most menacing looks about him. Even when he's happy, he looks terrifying. No modding. But then if you want something like a little bit slower, something that kind of like, it's a bit like a really, I know I've like compared the likes of Methane to like steak and really rich and succulent forms of meat. 72 is about as close as you could get to sort of like a barbecue muse bush. Something very small and something that could be just eaten in one bite. And that's kind of what 72 is. It's a meal in one bite. Like that, what was it called again? That gum that has a 3-course meal inside it. I am so hungry right now for a steak, ladies. By the time lockdown, well, things are starting to open up again, starting tomorrow. But when restaurants, I'm going to find a steakhouse. It can't be too hard to find a steakhouse somewhere in the city, and I am going to think of Methane, think of this bourbon. Get something with like bourbon beef or bourbon sauce and literally just enjoy myself. And think of Methane all the way. That's where you want to be. So with all that being said and done, I hope... In fact, just before we go, I'm going to find out if 72 is meant to be a reference to anything. Let's see. $72, let's see. The good god Osiris, enclosed in a coffin by 72 evil disciples, and accompanies at at the age of puberty. The young Parsi, maybe that's where the sexual things come in. What is special about 72? The number 72 is a number of humanitarianism. This number also symbolizes philanthropy, tolerance, intuition, idealism, teamwork, and compassion. It also symbolizes justice, introspection, and spirituality. People who resonate with the number 72 enjoy solving problems related to human welfare. Well, if there was one thing, like I've been saying for the last 3 minutes, resolution to hunger, or to scratch a very, very particular itch. And with all that being said and done, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction to 72. And please let me know in the thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of 72. I kind of sounded like a car being, locked and all that. And I will hope to see all of you guys again in the next video. Take care Bye-bye for now. Yes. Yes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome all of you back to another drunk, raging reality video. Do you remember what I used to call my channel that, ladies and gentlemen? Neither do I. I am literally so... How the hell do I get this thing off? Come on, I need more. Yes. Fucking turn the light off either, you fucking cunt. All the fucking good I'm worth. You know, no, I'm not even sorry anymore that I'm slightly drunk. I'm gonna cut my own fingers if I don't get this open. Right, so where are we? Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have got another song from Methane to get through. And it is one that is very particular. It is called Peel Off the Skin. And I'm going to need some like band-aids and that for my fingers after this. I'm going to try one more go to get this off. Nope. Shit. And there's stuff in there that's like months old anyway, so maybe we'll like evolve into wine or whatever that shit is. So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Peel Off the Skin. In 3, 2, 1, and... Oh, they're toying with us.
Peel off the skin. So sick and tired of your head trap. Just pack your bags with your bullshit. This is a rites of passage. I'll bathe your dreams in acid. These monsters in my head. Aggression left unfed. Oh, when I peel off the skin, expose the soul within. 'Cause it's shrouded in sin.
I love the way that Jim is kind of like there's almost like a groaniness to his voice whenever he's just describing like just It's like he's like getting hard or something doing it. That's kind of cool. I'm not even giving up on this. I'm not even attempting to give up on this. You know what? Actually, I've got a better idea. I'm gonna check the other one. No, there's nothing in there. Shit.
My ghost, your demon. To speak my name, let's treason. God must be blind. Jesus, I can't find. Sleep in misery, been sick with the swine. Let holy voices taunting me. To destroy everything. Oh, and I peel off the skin. Expose the soul within. 'Cause it's shrouded in sin. Oh, and I peel off the skin.
Jesus Christ. You know what I feel like I want to do now, ladies and gentlemen? I just want to like lay it out all on the line and just go wild. This is like a friggin' like a rave type thing right here, if groove metal was ever ravey in that sense. But I feel like I just want to like party for hours, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this is the sort of thing you put on when you feel as if like you think the party is over, but it isn't, because like all good Methane songs, they've got just a little bit something extra up their sleeve. It's a bit like you think the main course is over, well, here comes here comes either a dessert or here comes two great fat curvy ladies who give you a special peck on the cheek and tell you they're going to be free after hours. Think about, you know, have the time of your lives, ladies and gentlemen. That is like... And since, you know, restaurants and bars and that are going to be open again anyway, I'd say I'd drink to that. And in case I haven't said this before, ladies and gentlemen, if Methane ever decide to travel to the UK, I am going to drink them so badly that I will personally hire ladies to tell them that they've got free time after work, just so they know how we drink, because it's going to be from wall to wall tutty. It is going to be it is going to be the best night of anybody's life. It is the proper way to do it. And with that being said, I will hope to see all of you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now. What I'd give for another drink right now. I could drink down an entire car exhaust. Hello YouTube, and welcome all of you back to another Rage video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have got the last track on The Devil's Zone, Hang Me High. The end of the road, and finally being put out of our misery. Actually, that seems a bit rude to say. Methane, the second time round doing The Devil's Zone, and I must be honest, it's about as refreshing as I remember it always being. It is just, it's one of those albums, and Methane is like one of those groups where you come across them and you suddenly you realize something very, very important, is that there is just about a group out there where if you had anything particularly interesting, something a bit quirky, something a bit kinky, something a bit avant-garde, there is something out there that will satisfy your needs 100%. And without wanting to make too much of a song and dance about it, Methane almost immediately reminds me about what good food must. This is what good food sounds like. It sounds like something slow, something rich, something meaty, so to speak. It's a mouth full of flesh, so to speak. Hey, you know what? Call me what you will. Even Judas Priest wrote a song about, you know, called Jawbreaker, so call that what you will. So with all that being said and done, I just want to end this on a stunning note, and I will get started. So if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will be in the description down below. Let's begin. Hang Me High in 3, 2, 1, and... Ding ding.
lost its grace. I paid the price, now I'm running out of time. To the gallows in my hand. My last fucking cigarette. To the last words with no regrets. It's a good day to die. The chase is out of the bastard son. And the rest of your only one. Bound and tied, never tried. Hang me high if you can take me alive. To the gallows and lion. My last fucking cigarettes. To the last words with no regrets. It's a good day to die. That's how I live, that's how I'll die. No one will weep, no one will cry. That's how
I'll die.
Time to rope round my neck, now twisted tight. Hang me high. Stretch my neck, let the bodies fly. A man in black, face the night. Next to shout on the road. One last breath, now my story is told. To the gallows and lion. My last fucking cigarettes. To my last words with no regrets. It's a good day to die. That's how I live, that's how I'll die. No one will weep, no one will cry. That's how I live, that's how I'll die. Time to rope round my neck, now twisted tight.
I love the way it kind of just like ends almost quite suddenly, because that's quite ironic in the way that, like I said, it just ends, because there's nothing else. That is the end of the road. But that, ladies and gentlemen, was Hang Me High, and it feels strange now that we've come to the end of it. And the thing that's going through my mind right now is, was it? I think kind of like it reminds me of like a series finale, like when the show has just about come full circle and everything's said and done, and what else can you do? Like, have you learned anything? Have you changed? Or you're just gonna say, nah, not really. Let's go out the way we always planned it will, by just reminding everyone what we're dying for and what has led us to this moment. This is how I'd imagine it go. Just fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it for the thing we're gonna be remembered for. That's how I imagine this was intended for it to end it, but I could be wrong about that. I love the idea that just like through my last fucking cigarette, like, I don't know whether, because listen, I've never seen Sons of Anarchy, but I reckon, like I said, with keeping with the whole like biker sort of gimmick throughout, this sounds like how I'd imagine Sons of Anarchy like must have ended, with the gang basically riding off into the sunset and the sun suddenly explodes and it kills every last one of them. In my mind, that's how it happens. But you know what? Can we appreciate just how good these solos are? It's like any time, I mean, we had a little few moments here and there where it kind of like felt like, well, okay, well, what's technically happening now? But then it just kind of like sizzles out. That's how I describe the way this album ends. It kind of like sizzles out quite suddenly and then nothing. But what it's not, but some, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, it's not about the destination. Well, a little bit. It's about the journey we had to get here. And I think it's time that we return to the depths for a very, very long day's sleep. And let's go out basically the way we came in. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. I hope you've all enjoyed The Devil Zone. I sure as hell have. And with all that being said and done, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of Hang Me High for yourselves. Please also make sure to check out Methane themselves and to get some of their merch. I probably will end up getting a merch as well. Is there a way? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into... what I like to do is I could go onto Metal Archives, search up for Methane and just see... It's like the first thing I know how to do. Oh, easy. Borlänge, Dalarna, Sweden, Midland Park, New Jersey. So it's the same sort of like neck of the woods that My Chemical Romance are from. That's a very, very good place to go. Dark Star Records. Let's see. I'm going to check these guys out. Click here to enter. Store. Okay, this should be cool. Digital music, CDs, worldwide listen, Blu-rays, TV. Do you think it would just be easier just to get a Dark Star Records like T-shirt? Oh, actually, here's the list. And Methane, right under Metal Shop and Midnight Blues. In stores worldwide. Track shop now. Buy CD, buy new album, iTunes from Sweden, available worldwide. Okay, they have got shirts. For more, go to blah 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 blah. Merch, right? Buy a T-shirt. Oh my God, they have got shirts, and beanies, and sweaters. Kind of interesting that they going to California Dreaming. Was that a thing they had before? And it just had like a pony with just fuck off written on it. That's kind of funny. I'm gonna have to like spend some time thinking about exactly which. There is a lot of here stuff to go through. Well, who buys? Wait, hang on a minute. There's a baby gown for this with Methane. Who buys a? I'm not even gonna lie. I probably might get something like that. be a bit tricky to get into it, wouldn't it? Does the just this one come in black? Oh yeah. Finn the Herd definitely comes in black, and oh, they've got like a date on the tour dates on the back. That's pretty cool. But what I need to look for is just like a one with the Devil Zone with shirt, many sex crew. Hmm. 31. In fact, let's just. I could just get a cap with just Methane written on it. I mean, baseball cap or a snapback. I'm not entirely sure if like a snapback would, or even maybe just the hoodie with just Methane on it, and it has got tour dates on the back, but I don't think that would matter too much. It's a really good looking fit. I won't lie. In stock, yeah, that's really fine. Extra large. I'm gonna have to like get back to that as to whether or not I really should like get one of these. They have cases as well. Well, I suppose really put. I'm gonna like be busy for a while, so I will just cut this short by saying, and I hope to see all of you guys again in the next video. I could be here for a while. Take care and bye bye for now.